Alright, we are up and running. Okay. Alright, so as far as the shield goes, I had this idea to pop on these like grenade thingamajiggies on there. And so I just kind of drilled out some holes, spaced them about 1 centimeter apart. And so they would just kind of pop in there like so after I paint them, and then I'll just glue them from the underside. But I'll put another one in. So yeah, there's basically just going to be 4 of them just kind of lining the top of the shield. And basically my idea is to just kind of spruce things up a little bit by throwing on some panel lines on the top of the shield here. And so pretty much what I've done is gone ahead and basically cut out 1.5 centimeter slits of thymo tape, or scribing tape, whatever you want to call it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make this as mathematically simple as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line real quick up here at the top. And so careful to use like the edge of a ruler if you're going to use one, because at least you know you have a perfect 45-degree angle. So for this, I'm just basically using just like some regular old Gundam marker, because I don't have a pencil at the moment, but it wipes off and it works just fine. So we'll just throw a line on there. Okay, is that a straight line? I don't know. I don't think that's a straight line. It might be. No. So I'm gonna erase that line right there and then do that again. Okay. That looks really straight. So there you have it. Nice straight line. Now what I'm going to do here is, because these pieces of tape are 1.5 centimeters apart, I'm just going to draw a straight line straight up from the bottom of this tape up to the top line. So the line from here and another line from the top of this here part here. So there we go. So that line straight, and that line is directly parallel to the line back here. So to basically take the guesswork out of it, what you're going to do, what I have decided to do, is basically make a perfect triangle. So from here to here, it's exactly 1.5 centimeters, and from here to here, it doesn't really matter. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out about 1 centimeter, and so you can see these pilot, dots that I've already made. And so basically, I'm just going to connect the triangle to the corner to that dot right there, and then we have a perfect triangle right there. So same thing over here. I'm not sure you can see in the camera very well, but we're gonna line that up at the corner right there, and same thing. Hold on, where's that corner gonna be? Okay, and same thing from the center. So there you have it. You have 2 perfect triangles ready for putting on the scribing tape. So that's pretty much it. Scribing, I'm not going to claim to be any form of modeling professional, as I never do, because I'm fairly new at a lot of this stuff myself, but basically just gonna throw this stuff on there. And I'm currently in the middle of a live stream, so guys, if you guys want to say hi, you're on YouTube. But yeah, everybody in the chat is kind of just talking and talking about games and shows and stuff like that from a long time ago. Hey mom! G Gundam Custom says yo, Typerim says woo! Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna throw this tape on here and then we're gonna basically continue on with the next section of this, I guess, mini tutorial, I suppose. So yeah, let me just throw the tape on there and then we'll go get scribing. Okay. I've gone ahead and finished up taping this part up, so you can kind of tell where exactly we want to be scribing and stuff up to. Yeah, so the way I'm going to do it is to kind of like follow the lines as best as I can. I'm going to start at the edges and work my way out, because I'm not going to be scribing to the inside of this, and so if I'm going to be scribing from this direction over there, it's going to obviously leave me at a big mistake, leave me a chance of making a big mistake of overshooting this line here and going over that way. So I'm going to scribe from this side, scribe all the way down, and then just all the way over to the edge. So hopefully that'll work out. So kind of close, but I think we can do it. Yeah. So anyway, so scribing. I'm not a professional by any means, once again, but basically what I have here is a Hasegawa tri-tool. I don't remember how much this cost me. I don't remember it being crazy expensive, like a BMC chisel or something like that. But this is not a chisel. This is a tri-tool. This is just a scriber. So basically, it's just a piece of hunk of metal with a really sharpened tip, and they give you a whetstone over here to sharpen things up. Anyway, but basically, what you're going to be using this for is to essentially just cut lines basically into the plastic, and that's all she wrote. That's pretty much it. So really, I think in my experience, my very little experience that I do have, I found that the slower you take it, the more accuracy and much less likely to make mistakes. And so I think just really, I guess, taking that time to kind of plan out what you're gonna do is gonna do you a lot of help. So yeah, I think basically what I've kind of brought it down to is basically that what you want to do is kind of scribe out really thin, I guess, pilot lines first, and then from there work your way into just getting that deep line in there. So just really thin pilot lines, I suppose. And you don't wanna push in too hard or too deep, because you actually have less control over your scribe by pushing in a little too hard. So so I want to do some of this now, and then we'll come back into the next clip. think I've already made a mistake. I have to sand that down and redo that line again. Sucks. Oh well. That's what I get. Take it slow, Alex. Take it slow. Over to this side. So, I mean, you're essentially just cutting into the plastic and scraping out lines. And I got a feeling I might have messed this one up pretty bad. And there you have it. So we've got this whole line here. It's not looking too bad. I'm just gonna thicken it out with a different scriber, but yeah, I've got my pilot lines out. And so next I'm gonna take this scriber here and kind of just dig out a much thicker line, and that's pretty much it. So let me just tape this up again and then we'll start over. Nice and slow. I find that you could probably reuse a piece of Dymo tape. Maybe get like 2 uses out of it. So beats having to keep cutting out Dymo tape. Scribing tape, whatever you want to call it. So you use the pilot lines that you already scraped out, and then you can kind of use different scribers to scribe out thicker gauge panel lines, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm using the Tamiya Plastic Scriber 2. Can't see because of the Dymo tape. So just nice little bits at a time. Okay. I think that's just about it. So, as you can see here, we've successfully finished scribing our shield there, and it's looking pretty cool. I'm gonna want to do the other side, so we'll probably come back to that later, and that'll be pretty much it. So yeah, that's that for now, and we'll check back in the next clip.
Tsunami of good fortune in my life. Like, ever since I met you, my life has taken a turn for, like, the best.
Okay, and I think we are done. Just remove this tape. Final working in progress for this shield, I guess, before I finish, just go and move on to priming. But yeah, so I just did some really small minor modifications. Scribing took me a long time, but yeah, I got one big one up there, one thinner one up top, and a thicker one bottom. And I found these canister things off of the waist side skirts of the Blazaku. So yeah, I took that off of that. This, I guess, hatch door handle thingamajiggy I popped off of the shark ball I had. So all I did was just take a pin vise and drill a hole in there, and had that fit in so I could take it off and paint it and then stick it back on there. And then these two spikes I took off of a HG camphor. And just kind of figured with a shield with some, you know, some pointy stuff, you could kind of shield bash and you know, poke some holes into some armor and stuff like that if you ever had to get into you know, close range combat or whatever. And yeah, I mean, these canisters up here, I figured they could be used as countermeasures, or maybe, I don't know, emergency ammo or something. I don't know. Just figured it'd look cool up there. So still gotta take the stickers off there, but yeah, it's pretty much ready for priming. Probably gonna, I don't know, maybe do a funky design on here or something like that. But yeah, that's about it for the shield. So we're gonna slowly start wrapping this build up little by little, and that'll be it. So we'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Okay, on the back of this part we have this one bottom part that goes on here, and it comes with like a pseudo fake molding of like a thruster, and I kind of felt that was kind of really boring and bland. So I figured let's spruce things up a little bit. So what I have are some of these builder's parts that come with like these thruster bells, and I figured might as well make them look a little bit nicer with some actual thrusters, like that. So I figured I'd basically find a way to kind of, you know, pop something on there to make it look a little bit nicer. So what I did was I took a piece of runner right here, and I cut off a piece and I attached it to the inside of this thruster. And you're not focusing. yeah, so yeah, just had to thrust the bell, and it just so happened that the size was just like exactly perfect. So basically took a pin vise and just drilled out a hole in here like so. So I'll show you. Just like that. And so got ourselves a little pilot hole, and from here I'm just going to expand it, basically. Just, you know, getting into this, digging into the side and just expanding the hole a little bit until I can get to a point where this piece of runner peg will actually fit in that hole. So when all is said and done, it'll just fit in there nice and perfect so that I can paint them separately and not have to glue the actual thruster on there and have that, you know, stuck on there permanently, and then have to mask it when I want to paint. So hopefully and there we go, won't fall off. And so yeah, the peg will kind of stick out back there, and then you can trim the peg if it's a little too long, but yeah, it'll just pop right off, stick on there, it won't fall out. So pretty small, simple modification done with some of the HD builder's parts. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get these on the alligator clips and ready for paint.
Why, of course you can. I am well versed in the science of sharing. Well, when not carried out of my sphere.
Alright guys, I'm pretty much done with priming. I still have to do a couple more touch-ups, and my workspace is still a mess, unfortunately. But I've pretty much settled on the final colors that I'm going to be using for this build. So I figured I might as well just kind of let you guys in on the colors for this right now, as we do do this project here. So we have the colors all set out here. So I'll just kind of go through the list, and that way you all can kind of see what's going on. I don't know where I picked this up. I think I just picked it up at a random like shop. It was like, it cost me what, like 18 bucks for this whole thing. But this was an extremely large can of silver, just metallic finish. It's called some company called Design Master. But yeah, I just used it as like an undercoating for some of my parts. So any of the silver parts that you see, I've kind of just basically primed them with silver, just so that I can have a nice little shine on some of the other layers I'm gonna probably on top, which is most likely gonna be this Mr. Color metallic black. So a lot of the like frame and parts like that is gonna be in this metallic black, or like a gunmetal or something. And I've settled on these 6 colors for armor panels. I think for the most part I'm probably gonna be using this Tamiya Airship 19 intermediate blue. It's a pretty nice looking color. So I think the bulk of the armor is going to be done in this color, but I'm probably going to accent it with this light blue, as well as some contrasting colors like this polycarbonate smoke, as well as gunchip gray, and maybe some dark blue. So this whole line of colors, they're all made by Tamiya. So you can pause and look at the colors if you'd like. And then the only Mr. Color spray paint that I have is this number 70 metallic black. So, and I've already gone through 2 large cans of surface primer. I've already gone through 2 180 milliliter ones, and this is the last 100 milliliter one that I have. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much done with priming. So I bought this small one just in case, because I don't want to have any more. And you can probably see that I still have a lot more colors and spray cans. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna end up decanting all of those after this project, because I don't plan on spray painting any more kits, because this was an extreme waste of money. Because you could probably see in my previous work in progress that there was a lot of paint that was wasted. Especially, I mean, just look at the back. That's all just like wasted paint from spray cans. So yeah, I'm definitely not going to be spray painting anymore. But again, the point of this was to basically show you that it is possible. If you don't have the means to, you know, outfit yourself with a spray booth and an airbrush setup, it is possible to do, you know, good work with just spray cans. So hopefully this build has been pretty, you know, informative. But yeah, as you can see, I've pretty much finished up all of the priming here. Got some parts here, a couple parts here, and then the whole stack right here. And I think that's pretty much it. Hopefully, I want to clean up my desk. But yeah, I mean, pretty much that's about it. I'm gonna start the process of you know, finishing up some minor you know, detail work here and there, and then I'm actually gonna start painting a couple parts right now actually, and then we're gonna call it a night, because it's getting kind of late. It's a little after midnight, but yeah, I'll probably paint a couple parts and then go to bed. So yeah, stay tuned for the next work in progress. I think possibly next work in progress, or maybe just directly to the reveal, we'll see. But anyway, once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. It's like super cold. I was up probably till like maybe like 3 in the morning painting last night, and I still can't get all the paint off my hands. But anyway, let me show you what I got so far. So I've already gone ahead and painted the bulk of the stuff, and you can see I've got, yeah, just all my spray cans here. So yeah, most of the armor part is done in this intermediate blue. So you can kind of see that there, as well as there, as well as there. But this build was not without any issues. That's a botch paint job, which I'm currently waiting for the paint to dry. I'm gonna resand it and paint it all up again. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Stupid freaking jet fighters, man. It's so noisy. Anyway, I'm gonna finish doing some of these parts, because I still need to do the energy cables back there. Then we'll start working on parts of the bazooka that I gotta paint as well. But other than that, we're pretty much set to go. So I think the next video is probably gonna be the reveal. So we're gonna start wrapping this baby up, and that'll be it. So anyway, I think, yeah, this is gonna be the end of the work in progress videos. It's like super cold in here. How cold is it? It's 53 degrees Fahrenheit inside this room, so it kind of sucks. But Yeah, there's no heating in this room, so oh well. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next in the reveal probably. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.